darkness, my old friend. I've come to WrestleTalk again.
Joe Hendry's WrestleTalk debut music video this Friday.
Support WrestleTalk!
Order a t-shirt.
Hello and welcome to the WrestleTalk News. I am Luke Owen, and as you saw at the top of the show, Joe Hendry's debut music video on WrestleTalk airs tomorrow, which I'm sure will be very complimentary of me and my beard. So click the subscribe button and enable notifications to make sure you don't miss any WrestleTalk videos. One of Raw's biggest storylines heading into WrestleMania 34 has been between John Cena and the returning Undertaker. Cena called out Taker before WWE Fastlane, but was told in storyline that match couldn't happen. He then lost the six-pack challenge for the WWE Championship at Fastlane and went back to Raw to challenge Taker again. Just 2 weeks out from WrestleMania, Cena still hasn't had an answer from either the Dead Man or the fan-suggested American Badass. But Big Match John is a smart man. He knows that you don't start feuds on TV anymore, you start them on social media, which is why Cena posted this image of a pre-Undertaker Mark Calloway from 1984 when he worked as Texas Red. Cena will be facing the Undertaker's brother Kane on next Monday's episode of Raw. And speaking of calling people out, earlier this year Rey Mysterio pulled a Chris Jericho and made a surprise video appearance at New Japan's New Beginning in Osaka, challenging Jushin Thunder Liger to a match at Strong Style Evolved. However, Mysterio seemingly suffered a bicep injury at a Northeast wrestling show where he was in a tag match with Flip Gordon against Caleb Connolly and Joey Mercury. Dave Meltzer of Wrestling Observer confirmed that this was an injury, and there was some concern he might not be able to make Strong Style Evolved. Sadly, during a New Japan press conference, this was finally confirmed. New Japan announced that Rey Mysterio vs. Jushin Thunder Liger will no longer take place, with IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion Will Ospreay filling in for him. Strong Style Evolved will also feature the Golden Lovers vs. the Young Bucks, Jay White vs. Adam Page for the IWGP United States Championship, and Zack Sabre Jr. and Minoru Suzuki vs. Kazuchika Kurokawa and Tomohiro Ishii. One of the other rumored matches for that card was Chris Jericho vs. Tetsuya Naito, set up at New Year's Dash. However, that match isn't on the announced card either, with Naito instead teaming with his LIJ buddies Sanada, Bushi, and Hiromu Takahashi to take on Hiroshi Tanahashi, Kushida, Taguchi, and Dragon Lee, which backs up Jericho's tweet saying he was done with New Japan. Mysterio has also been rumored to be in talks for either a WWE return or a debut in Impact Wrestling. However, a new report says that that might not happen now. According to the Nashville Tennyson, Rey Mysterio has signed a deal with Aero Lucha to be a performer and a co-owner of the company, reporting they will film their first season in May or June 2018. The report also adds that Aero Lucha will be launching a crowdfunding campaign where fans will be able to buy a minority stake in the company. Mysterio said, "I think what we're doing with Aero Lucha being fan-owned is revolutionary. We're giving the fans something they have never had before, a voice and a chance to get in on the action." Fans who have a minority stake will reportedly have a say in the booking of the company. However, Dave Meltzer knows that Conan and his assistant Vince Russo will have the final say. However, Dave Meltzer also notes in the latest Wrestling Observer newsletter that Mysterio isn't actually a co-owner of Aero Lucha. We're told that that's not exactly accurate, but that Mysterio has been given stock options with the company. Not only that, but Meltzer reports that Mysterio's potential deal with WWE could be close. Meltzer writes, "I can factually state that there are negotiations going on with Mysterio and WWE, and that at least of the weekend there was no deal in place. The reason there is no deal in place yet could be because of Mysterio's injury." Meltzer adds, "Mysterio will be going to Birmingham this week to have his bicep injury evaluated by doctors who work with WWE, which would indicate that they are very close to a deal." Mysterio heading to Alabama to see WWE doctors to work on a deal has been corroborated by Mike Johnson of PW Insider, whose sources have told him the exact same thing. Daniel Bryan recently made his return to WWE, and we're really happy about that. Check out Ollie and I reviewing this week's Raw and SmackDown live on the Wrestle Ramble. And don't forget to subscribe to the podcast version of the show wherever you download podcasts from.